Tape is rolling, boys and girls.
Lies.
Lies.
Lies, I say.
All lies. All lies, I tell you.
He's Puff the Magic Dragon.
That's right. I live by the sea.
Something.
I just brought up Zoom to that. It's funny. Do it again.
And there goes the Tweety Bird. Quiet on the set, boys and girls. Getting ready to go live radio.
Quiet on the set!
You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. In no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, Lunch. No other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right, bringing you our own brand of news like nobody else's business right here inside Shroud Avatar 5 days a week for your viewing and listening pleasure. How's everybody doing out there today? Today, for the record, is Tuesday, March 28th, 2017 here in Shrouded Avatar. We're 2 days out from release 40, the big 40. And a lot of good stuff. Again, quarter one, Star said it's going to be fast and furious. And they've been doing nothing but looking forward to Thursday and seeing what they've got. Shroud, are you actually playing, or is that a blank tune?
I'm playing.
He's actually playing.
He's playing Puff the Magic Dragon.
Yeah, see? I've got...
See,
Do you want me to
I
play
know
on
these
the piano
things.
so it's louder?
No, I mean, I've actually got the volume cranked. Again, it's this instrument thing.
Yeah. Roll out.
Killing me. Yeah, we're going to be having a show on the Roll-Out on Thursday.
Everybody get in. Close the door.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Know what
You're going to have
talking
to
about.
wait till Thursday's show just to find out what's going on. It's going to be an interesting show. That much we know. Of course, we've got the usual type of news, plus whatever else we can come up with today. We've got a couple interesting topics out there, including Led Zepp's takes on experience gains.
Oh, we shouldn't go down that rabbit hole because you know that just leads to confusion to where it's like, oh no, we're all. It's like, how I don't know how to do anything.
I don't know. Well, according to his calculations, things are broke. I'm going to go back and look up the numbers and see what exactly it's supposed to be doing, and I will come back with my findings once I do so.
Well, it just makes sense the way they are now. I can't.
Well, you think it would, but that's not what's supposed to happen, at least not the way I recall it being laid out to us. And again, I will research it and find the answer, as always.
Okay.
And of course, if I'm wrong, well, I'll let you know that too. And of course, what do you got? We got Blood Omen and Luke Land Cricket out there joining us today. Eagle, welcome guys out there. Eagle, have you gotten your latest care package yet? Has your son gotten his shiny new hats?
Shiny new NBNN hats?
He got, yes, NBNN and the WRFB hats. He ordered
the Radio Free Britannia?
Yes.
Awesome.
Which reminds me, I've got to actually put the WRFB swag on the WRFB.
You know you need to do more than that. I mean, you need to update logos on clothing. You need to do all kinds of things.
It's very easily said, coming from the guy who doesn't have to do all that work. That's right.
Hey. I
Sell
could.
the old bumper stickers for more because they're now collector's items.
I'm telling you, he pointed out
That's
something
right.
great yesterday. He says, "Oh, that's the old logo." Well, that's right. That's the old logo, so the new ones will have the new logo on it. And that makes these extremely rare because there's only been one run of these bumper stickers. And there are just a limited number of these out there.
So if you're looking
now we're
to
gonna
start
have to.
your own NBNN station, you better hurry up and grab one.
That's right.
The original run was, I believe I ran 25 of them just as a demo, just to see how they came out. And, of course, they came out fabulous, so we put them out there.
Go become the latest Patreon so that way you can claim that bumper sticker.
Well, actually, I've only got like one left physically here. Otherwise, they've got to go to Relics by Rild because Relics by Rild has the remaining stock. And once those are gone,
Killing me, Smalls.
We gotta show
Which
Rild
means
some love. I had to give him some stock.
Which means not only that, you're going to have to update the bumper sticker as well.
Isn't that what I just said? Did
It's
everybody
rare
just
bumper
miss that?
You're killing me. I mean, it's like, what are these things that have NBNN on it that I don't have? Like a bumper sticker.
Well,
I have that
you got to show up to
sticker,
these
so.
events, I tell you.
Oh, is this kind of like the founder patch that is supposed to be on my shirt?
Well, I've still got that. It's still in the envelope here.
It's
Yours
still in the bag.
Schroeder's,
Still in
yes.
the bag.
Still in the pouch that I brought it with. It's been to Austin twice, that patch, by the way.
And not only that, it's like both times it forgot to come out.
That's right.
It's awesome. It's all good. It's all good. We'll live. We'll get over it.
But I've got it for you. I've got it. I guess I should take that last bumper sticker and throw it in that same bag.
You too can have a
Something
bumper
like that.
sticker for just $9.99, $99, $9.99.
Yes.
999.
And if you act now, we'll throw in a second one free. You just pay shipping and handling.
Which is about $87 for a bumper sticker.
It's not.
But okay.
It's not shipping and handling
all-
anymore. What do they call it now?
Mandatory restocking fee. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's, I know it's not shipping and handling.
You just
now.
wanted 1 million space bucks for gas and tow.
They
You know what? I'm gonna run for president under the 999 plan.
999
That's right.
plan? Everything 999?
Everything 999.
Everything 999.
Isn't our current president already doing that? Oh, wait.
Oh.
No, he's not doing 999. My understanding, that's what
He's doing wine.
Yeah,
Line.
I believe it's the Democrats who are doing 999.
Uh-oh,
You
it's
ain't
politics.
doing nothing, buddy.
It's politics. Moving right along.
Yeah, we better move along here.
We do have the
We do have Volgreen letting the dogs out.
Alright,
We were
Yes,
segueing there. Trying to move on. Yeah.
politics.
Oh,
We can't discuss.
I didn't hear no cow. I
what?
don't know. It doesn't. I can't move on until I hear a cow. I'm sorry.
One nipple. Two nipples.
Ooh, nipple.
Three. Oh shit!
Somebody
No, I'm
say
getting out of here.
boobies. There we go.
You looking for that one? You looking for the stand-up notes from yesterday?
Yesterday,
because today is Taco Tuesday. Yeah, so yesterday's stand-up is out for March 27th. Remember, today is the 28th, unless you're watching this on repeats, and then I have no idea what day it is.
And then we don't know what day you're watching. That's right.
Yes. And this is only live between noon and 1 Central Standard Time in the real world, Monday through Friday.
That's right. If you're watching us on YouTube at 1 o'clock in the morning or on Twitch at 3 a.m. and you're going, live. Hey, up, well, you know what? More likely than not, we're not watching.
Yeah.
Actually, more likely than not.
Bugs and harpsichords.
Yep. So you ready? Wait, Led Zepp can actually read.
Oh!
That's breaking news.
Bugs. More bugs than blood. Bugs.
So,
bugs.
Led Zepp, what's the NBNN drinking game?
Bugs.
What's the NBNN drinking game, Led Zepp?
Bugs.
Yeah.
What is
he's stuck? He's stuck on.
He's stuck. Yeah.
He's got those bugs in his beard, and he's just trying to get them out now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So don't forget, NBNN drinking game is every time we say the word bugs, you take a shot. So this is yesterday's stand-up corn. Shot in the mouth. Oh yeah. Don't forget to swallow.
Belgreen, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Matt.
So yesterday, over in the art department, we had Bob the Builder.
Cult of Bob. The Death Bunny.
Working on bugs.
Bug.
And harpsichords.
Harpsichord.
NFG Damon.
NFG. Damon.
Working on bugs.
Bug.
Fletcher.
Fletch lives.
Working on bugs.
Bug.
Blood Omen. Working on staying quiet. What? For you, you can't figure out where I'm going? Evan! Working on bugs.
Bug.
And more blood.
More blood.
Because we need the bloodgasm. We need more blood. I mean, we want to turn this into the 300 of blood. So it looks so cheesy and fake.
2017.
Yes. The carnage will be real. I mean, who cares how many pints of blood are really in a body when you can make it like just 4 gallons?
Yeah, you can do that with the puke emote. You can just spew gallons and gallons and gallons of blood all over the place.
I'm suddenly really hungry.
I am hungry. Okay, then let's see. Where was I? The Almighty Gix Vargach. Matt.
Bugs.
Working on bugs.
Bug.
And the Gus Ball.
Gus Ball. Is the Gus Ball broken again? Matt, did you break the Gus Ball again? Jeez.
He's working on animating the Gus Ball so it blows.
Animating it so what? Gus Ball's gonna blow back?
I don't know. It's gonna swallow. I have no clue what it's the Gus Ball.
You just take the 2 Gus Balls and you just push them together just right.
I was gonna say
just right.
He putting a pair
so
of
you
lips
cup them
on
with
that
your hand.
Gus Ball?
You cup them with your hand. Little tickle on the Gus Balls. Reed working on bugs.
Bug.
Moving on to design, we have Beezus.
Brandon Cotton.
Working on ducks and recipes and the Kabbalist weapons. You're the one that could have typed that in, man.
Hey, man.
Seawolf.
Bugs.
Working on bugs.
Bug.
There's bugs all over the place. Look at that.
Dan the man. You know what? Player towns and bugs.
Bug.
Sanyo working on conversations and caretakers.
Bugs.
The caretaker taking care of those bugs.
That's right. And bugs. Lum the Mad.
Lum The Mad.
Bugging out
Playing
the
disco
tutorial.
for his bird. Bugs.
That's right. You missed the bugs.
I said it.
You're very, very quiet.
You missed it.
Sorcerer Steve. Live streaming bugs.
Bug.
List Rostov. Bugs.
Bug.
Over in tech, we have Bobby.
Little Bobby Thompson.
Working on soda map polish and bugs.
Bug.
Eric working on bugs.
Bug.
Jesus.
JY.
Getting
He
a little
was
drunk.
localization testing and process and QA errors.
Error.
Error.
Fix me.
What? No bugs?
You know what? He wanted to use a different term. Wizard Smoke. Working on the combat bar and task list and localization and bugs.
Bug.
The Deathbringer one and only. Bugs.
Bug.
Burning Toad.
The Burn.
Scratching the itch that can't be reached as he works on the Patcher update and magic movers and builds.
Builds.
Bug builds.
The multiple build servers. I mean, all 57 of them. I mean, because you have to have the GM client, you have to have the QA client, you have to have the
Steam
live
client,
server,
regular
the
client.
Steam. Yeah,
I'm
it's like
too drunk to
yeah.
load client.
yeah, and then you have to watch the damn thing fail occasionally because Unity. Tassilo. He's working on the website Backed Refactor.
It's backed. Website got back.
Right. Over in quality assurance, Reese is looking for his sanity
Oi.
and trying to test it, as well as forms and regressing the Fatui and weapon testing. Serafino was testing some offers
That's
and
what I'm
forums
talking about.
and decoration testing and player towns.
And delivering bad news.
The bad news, yeah, the bad news. That's Thursday for that bad news. The useless overhead group, we have Seawolf. Sorry, where did I come up with Seawolf? Where did I come up with Seawolf for the dippy bird? That is my bad. Working on bugs.
Bug.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird.
As well as the Kabbalist weapons. Gorn.
Horn back in the saddle.
He's sitting there going, yeah, I'm a new player. I don't know what we're doing here. What is this? Yeah, Fatui testing and metrics planning because he's trying to decide, should we have a base 10 system, a base 12, base 16,
Should we have
binary?
silver or bronze or platinums or all the above?
I don't know. And Jura entry. Barrick. He was working on a live stream at some point in time. And update in newsletter and flash sales and reports. Hutch. Working on bugs
Bug.
and nighttime lighting.
We need some better nighttime lighting, that's for sure.
Don't know
I
what you're
think
talking about.
anybody
We
will
need
argue
we need to
with
turn
that.
off all the lights at night. And then
Absolute black screen. Yeah.
Exactly. Black screen. It's like, what is it? It's night. The moon is not out.
Oh, boy.
Lord British, General Business.
Business.
It should
playtesting.
depend on the fullness of the moon. That would
Well,
be
you
cool.
have to remember the moon's been completely shattered. So what's the reflective capabilities of a shattered moon?
It's called
Ah,
that
yeah.
big flaming fireball in the middle of it for crying out loud. Hello?
The fireball in the sky. The fireball in the sky. So it should be pretty fucking bright.
It's very EverQuest 2 reminiscent, isn't it?
It's a big rotating fireball in the sky in the moon. What part of that did you miss?
2 moons that collided, man. You forgot that part of it. As well as Jira entry and Fatui playtesting. Yeah. Chaox was working on database offers and decoration setup and bugs. In Jira Manage and CS. Darkstar was working on the weekly update and release 40 forums and release 41 schedule and forums.
And forums. And more forums.
You know what? I wonder when he's going to start working on the quarter 2 update.
Well, that should be in the works since Q2 is here.
Yeah. that should be coming out real soon. Where's my Q2 post?
I was going to say, it should be here. It should have been here already if I'm looking at my calendar, right? Because Q2 starts in, 3 days?
Hey, something like that, yeah. So we should already be discussing Q2 and Release 40. I mean, what to do?
Where is Q2? I don't want to bother.
Is there belch in the game?
Because tomorrow I'm going to
yes,
probably
there is a belch in the game.
Release notes by noon. So
there is. Huh?
Q2's hanging out with Jean-Luc Picard. Don't worry, he'll be back in time.
So, Led Zepp, did you ever get the grovel emote?
Yes, I did.
He did.
Okay.
I did.
The real question is, have you gotten on a bench and done the grovel emote?
I have not used it yet. Like Scroda did.
What are you talking about? Scroda would never abuse an emote.
No.
I'm waiting for Eclipse.
He was assisting Clipsy because she lost something.
Come here, Scroda. Show me what you can do.
He was giving her mouth to mouth, wasn't he?
Oh, he was giving her mouth to something, but it wasn't mouth to mouth. Yeah, mouth to lips was definitely involved.
Yeah. Multiple lips.
Why does your breath smell like tuna?
I don't know. Tastes like chicken though.
Yeah. Fishing. We got fishing in the game.
It's good thing you guys have a beard, right? It's a little
have fishing in the game.
Yeah. Schroeder's having too much fun with his turkey covers over there.
Well, are you sure those are turkey carvers or are those bread knives?
I don't know. He called it a turkey carver.
Because to me, those are just really big bread knives.
Yeah. Now I'll tell you what. That chainsaw sword. That would be nice if like the blades rotated on it or something. That would be pretty cool. But
they do.
I think he's just hot.
They do.
Personally.
Yeah. Look at it. Hold on.
Oh, get over here.
I'm saying it's what Jack uses rotating bladed knives to.
Well, these kobolds, these kobolds come up with some.
I'm waiting for you to equip the weapon.
Yeah, he just put them away.
Well, I had my crystal sword on one of them. So.
Oh yeah, it's definitely rotating.
Oh no shit, that is cool.
Yeah, those chains are rotating, so it is an actual chainsaw sword.
Okay.
I mean, they're a little bit slow, but still.
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch it.
Kudos to the boys down there. For
I would not put my genitalia on that sword. That would do weird things.
Led Zepp teases himself with it every day.
Maybe that's silicone teeth on that thing.
That's how he goes and he trims. He uses the chainsaw sword. Keeps the beard nice and neat. And
Don't worry, he's Jewish. He knows what he's doing.
Us out there? Yes, it is.
He's been here for a while. Wake up!
Wake up! All right, come on, guys.
Who do you think's joining us?
I says the mighty Gix Largosh is joining us.
Well, you missed him groveling earlier on the bench.
Well, we were on different screens. I wasn't paying attention.
No, I was looking at that screen, so I don't know what you were looking at, but I got to
groveling in your lap. Is that what you're saying?
No, he wasn't groveling in my lap. He was groveling on the bench because the bench is at the proper height to get behind, and I can get behind that grovel. Yeah,
there he goes. He's gonna show us up on the piano, apparently.
He's gonna do something up there.
I love this shit, I tell you. Now, Schneider, are you actually
gotta peek some
playing? Yeah, okay, now he
I
is.
know.
Where's the butt slap emote?
We need sheet music.
You know, he's
Where's our
going to
rock?
make Eclipse very happy when we get that emote out here in the world.
Oh, yeah, the butt slap emote will make a few Deco Divas very ecstatic.
Absolutely.
They will. Well, the problem is whenever people start butt slamping. I mean, that becomes a problem.
Butt slamping?
Butt
Yes.
slaps are. Yeah, slamping is a problem around here.
It's a sexual assault, gentlemen.
Oh, well, I
What,
don't know.
butt slamping?
'Cause you seemed to like it last time I slapped your butt. You didn't complain too much.
NBNN does not approve of the assault of women through.
That's right.
You tell him, Mariola.
Because we ain't got to worry about it. It's usually the woman assaulting us that we have to worry
But
about.
grabbing me
Yeah,
by
they
the
never thought
pussy is
about that.
perfectly fine.
You gotta see some of those crazy.
No
women.
politics. No
You gotta
politics.
see some of those crazy women that Jack's hanging out with. I hear. I tell you.
Oh, yeah. The fun part. Remember, I'm going to see one of them this weekend. So.
That's why he wants a trailer to go around the Ren fairs. He doesn't want to sell wares. I know what he wants to do.
Now your girls haven't had the surgery yet, right? So they still got the other part still attached.
I would have went the other way with that, but you know, it's never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, couple topics threw out there for everybody and the boys and girls before the show started today.
Discuss.
You want to tackle one or two of these, Jack? I know you don't, but we're gonna go down that route. Anyway.
If anything, I think the state of the game that just came out would be, although it came out 10 days ago.
Yeah, it's been a topic of conversation. I only caught it because it showed up in yesterday's newspaper. And of course, that's a reminder for you boys and girls
it's only
out
a
there.
10-day-old post.
But
it's one where we have to remember the game is actively being developed, and so things are changing. We are in the fast and furious mode of game changes, so some of these issues or comments are going to be more related to the ongoing development as well as what the expectation is going forward. Does that sound better?
Okay. I was going to start with the Seda Soda, not the Seda Soda, but the business model for...
Yeah, see? No, the business model, screw that.
Well, that would get us...
That's rehashing same old shit over and over.
But I just figured I would answer
you're killing me because
question very easily on the air, but if you don't want to do that...
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, the state of soda is longer. It's going to take more involvement and more discussion because we can actually sit there and say whether or not we agree or disagree and how things are changing, because unlike this person who started playing 2 months before Persistence, so they started playing in June, July of last year. So they've been playing for almost a year.
Not a veteran player.
Tell him, Zip. Tell him.
Just saying.
You're killing me, Smalls. Hey, he's been playing. He's racked up almost 1,000 hours since then. So that's a lot of game time.
Child's play.
What does Steve say that I've played?
I'm actually looking that one up right now myself. I am doing the same exact thing.
Oh, yeah, 3,300 hours.
Let's see.
How you look that
I'm gonna put mine up on the screen. Is that 8,500 hours? Let's see.
Well, see, you also have to
8,500 hours, and that's only on the Steam client. That's not QA, and that's not the regular client.
See, but you have to remember, I run both clients all the time, so it's one where I run both the normal client and Steam all the time. So just because I like to test things a little bit more than class.
8,000 hours. Holy shit.
Yes.
What Laz is not telling you is that what he really does, he just opens up the game and lets it down, and that all just racks up his game
on
time.
the corner doing nothing.
Standing at the "you have been disconnected" screen. It's all good. It's all good.
Dealing those
which corner?
recall and teleport scrolls like nobody's business. I tell you.
Hey, just
my corner, kinda.
Now again, that's
I'm waiting for my delivery.
That's over two
my delivery
years of 15-hour-a-day logins on average. So just for most people don't get to sit here and do what I do. Most people can't tolerate it for the first part. But yeah, so 1,000 hours, nothing. That's standing on my head.
It's all good. I can do that too.
Anyway,
okay, so
moving right along.
Okay, so as far as stability goes, he says the first few months initially after persistence, it was not common for lots and lots of crashes, and at this point of the game, he thinks that the game is stable enough for release. I want to actually include something that he may not know. For a long time, the game was not playable on AMD processors of certain varieties. I can't remember what the AMD Unity bug was, but with the upgrade to Unity 5.5 that's going to be happening in release 41, that issue, or release 40, release 40, that issue should be resolved, and the game's stability as well as frames per second should actually have a massive change with the upgrade to Unity 5.6.
Now,
Unity 5.6 is slated to start coming out real soon, so they haven't tested that at all yet.
Now, I also want to point out that we're multi-platform, so if he's just basing this on a Windows install, he's got to understand that we also know of some issues with Linux and Mac as well as the AMD.
Linux mouse issue?
So I wouldn't go as far as saying we are stable enough for launch just yet, personally.
You know what? Compared to some games that I've played, it's a lot more stable.
I'll give you that. I've seen some crap games out there.
Just remember Batman Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
How many months did it, after $100 million being sunk into that game? Official release, and it was still wonderfully broken for months.
Still broken to this day.
It's what?
Oh yeah.
Still broken to this day.
Still broken to this day. Okay.
Yeah.
Please remember, the community of this game is far more unstable than the game is, and it's all wonderfully unstable here.
I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Last few releases, content has been coming fast and furious. The new zones and dungeons prove that Portalarian can create amazing worlds with extreme detail and functionality. Their biggest problem is the sheer quantity of content that needs to be redone and the large amount of resources that would take. The newest dungeon, for instance, is very detailed and has objects that can be picked up, much like we'd expect from an ESO. It honestly feels like content from a AAA title. And you know what? They can actually release the game with some of those scenes that need to be redone and get some of that stuff done after the fact. I'm actually fine with that. My issue is more quest lines.
I gotta jump to his points on the one skull areas on that note, and he goes on again. What he's pointing out here is we know they can crank out great content. But when you get a new player in on the new player experience who comes in and sees these little tiny one skull areas that took them as much time to load as one of them big, expansive, beautiful areas, they tend to see something that really is lacking in visuals and creativity. It's just this little hunting area, and they go, "Oh, I took all this time to load this." And it's a perception that sticks on people's minds, and I've really got to agree on that point that if they're going to concentrate on new user experience, they should be putting some real big love and making those bigger and better experiences for new players.
Especially like the random encounter scenes; those scenes are also really small.
Now, I'm hoping that what List is working on is going to fit that bill. for the the Solus Bridge outskirts, so that when they transition from Solus Bridge into the new player scene, which I'm assuming is going to be a level 1 skull, it's going to be a vaster area and not just this little tiny scene that has a limited amount of resources in it. I'm hoping. Since we know it's not in game yet and we can't peruse it, we'll have to wait, or we can see if List will comment on it, whether it's a big scene or not. List was floating around last I saw. But moving right along.
The itemization of the game has been making progress the last few releases and has improved since 6 months ago. Back then, almost every mob dropped the exact same items, and there was balance issues in the economy due to vendor sell prices. Remember, they are looking at all the data that's coming in. They're varying drops. Eventually, player-made items that are sold back to the store should actually be making it as loot as well.
On top of that, Rose.
Yeah, so loot drops are going to be changed significantly. The one thing that they were doing was trying to prevent like the boss mob farming for like epic gear, but they introduced that.
The minute
back.
you put bigger loot on those mobs, people are going to gravitate to them. We all know it. And one of the big complaints I've seen, contrary to what he's saying, of course, we've added some loot drops, but a leech in one of the deep dungeons and a leech in Deep Ravenswood still has the same crappy gold drop. You fight a boss leech down there, you get 20 gold. You fight a little leech and
20 is about
you
max.
get 20 gold. So I don't see those loot tables have changed much. They've just added certain things.
No.
Actually, the higher you go, the less the loot is.
Let's talk about trolls and dragons. Anybody? Last time you killed a troll, did you get 10 gold?
Yes, pretty stranger.
10 gold, 10 ships, and a bunch of jewels.
Yeah, last time you killed a dragon out there. Anybody? Tell me what the loot was, because I know last time I was out dragon hunting, we spent a couple hours out there, and there wasn't enough gold to pay for repairs on my damn sword, for crying out loud.
Those monkeys ain't got a lot.
Yeah, monkeys, another one. Yeah, I love those monkeys, man. I had to tell you, we were down in what is it, Crawl over the weekend fighting those monkeys. Man, those fuckers are badass.
What about the cats and the dogs?
I tell you, we were down there having a blast with them. Them and the assassins, the automaton assassins.
Oh, the monkey assassins. Yeah.
2,000 hit points, man. Those things are fun.
Yep.
But they're not dropping anything greater than anything else.
You know what? Loot tables are going to be changed. That's a work in progress. That right there, I would rather them spend time working on game mechanics, completing skill trees, developing skill trees for a bunch of things, rather than fixing loot tables, which to me is them sitting around in a meeting saying, okay, in this zone, this region, these are the things that should be dropping off of this type of mob, and then going through and randomizing that and changing all of that. Now, where was I? Because I completely missed.
We're at the loot table.
Yeah, we know that's going to be worked on eventually. We don't know when. And they've added artifacts and recipes, created much better itemization for chests. Unfortunately, the variety of drops, still non-existent. Being worked on. New artifacts have been an amazing addition to the game for higher-end players. These carrots are very important for players to drive a sense of purpose. It's a very slippery slope because crafting is very fundamental, but a good balance should also be found. I think it's going to be a lot more entertaining when people actually start scrapping those artifacts to make them into, what are they calling these template things? Patterns. And then we also have the person that actually took all the rings and that turned it into the overpowered necklace thing.
The necklace of the warlock. I've seen them for sale, and they're going for stupid amounts of money.
Well, lots of things are going for stupid amounts of money in this game. But
I saw the Warlock necklace. The cheapest I saw yesterday was 1.5 million gold.
Yep.
Up to somebody who 99999 it all the way out. Yes, side effects. And yeah, Led Zepp, if you didn't know that, that was a spoiler. And nobody's seeing that one on the screen. Yeah, that your favorite little thing is going bye-bye next release. That's all I'm saying.
Well, okay, so the next point he has is actually very, very relevant. And one of the most important parts of a multiplayer game is the social interaction between players and having the systems in place to promote it. Unfortunately, very little progress has been made here. The game is very lacking in this department, and most veteran players use the excuse of joining guilds to hide this flaw.
I don't get it.
Well,
friends and family.
Break that down for people that don't understand.
Well,
family mode.
This game is as social as you want to make it, in my opinion. If you don't put forth the effort to say hello to people, you can't say that people didn't put forth the effort to say hello to you. It's a two-way street. Now, I understand that they've geared a lot of the mechanics to try and, and I guess force is the wrong word, but that's the way I see it, force us to play in multiplayer. Including me giving people...
there's nothing that forces.
Including giving people a bonus for being PvP in multiplayer. Nothing forces you to do it, but, they want to try and incentivize it, as it may be. And, I had complaints over the weekend. No, nobody's ever available to go hunting. Well, you ever ask me? No. Well, I'm always willing to go. Nobody ever asks, so I don't go. So I just started throwing parties together. You know what? Every day we get a party together because there's a million people willing to go out if you just ask them. So I've got to argue that point just in my own.
Can I counter that for a moment?
By all means, that's what we're here for.
So here's the thought, though. Let's say that the person who goes hunting, or the person that's resource gathering, which is a big thing in the game, the person who's resource gathering, the resources within the areas can be far more limiting, especially if you have more than one person in that area while you're waiting on respawns, and you're just trying to get 100 silver, which will turn just into 5 attempts to mastercraft something, right? That's only 5 attempts. You could spend like 2 hours down there. Now, if you have in buddies with you, you got 3 or 4 of you guys down there, suddenly you're going to be in a situation where you make a whole day of event and you guys are down there for hours and hours and hours, and you come back and your portion is just a tiny little handful because because the amount of the lack of the amount of resources.
Yes,
right,
absolutely.
And how much resource it takes to do anything like chopping down a forest to make a sword doesn't make a lot of sense. So therefore, the game mechanics, or the way that they have that set up, incentivizes going by yourself.
And I tend to agree with you. I mean, when it comes to experience, again, that was something we were talking about before the show, and I'm not going to derail it, but I'm greedy when it comes to that, and if I can get more for myself doing it myself, I don't care if it takes me a little longer. But
I want to spend. I don't want to spend 2-3 hours of gameplay a day farming just to get 5 skill ups.
Well, let's ask you the magic question first off, because Jack and I know the answer when it comes to recall scrolls. How much wood does it take to make a wand?
Depends on the kind of wand. So, for instance, if I'm making a rock maple, a rock maple staff, for example, right? I could spend like, okay, we'll do a rock maple wand, which is half of that.
Which is about this big, right?
I could spend about 40 to 80 to finally get what I want out of that wand,
But
right?
10 trees. 10
what does
trees
it
were
take
just a
to
regular
make
wand.
a base wand is my question.
10
Oh,
trees.
a maple or a pine one,
100
next to
trees.
nothing. But then again, that's not that's just a maple or a pine. But whenever you're dealing with all the other ones, like rock maple or gray pine and so forth, then suddenly you're using twice, 4 times the amount, and then you're having to, and do it multiple times, especially if you're looking for exceptional successes.
Because
and
you're
you
blowing
can
them
burn
up.
through tons of you can burn, or you're just not getting that initial exceptional success on the Mastercraft. You can burn through tons and tons and tons of resources that take hours and hours and hours to get, and you should chop down a single tree and you should be able to build like 70 wands out of that. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking wand versus an entire tree.
Yeah. Now that would be most people's thoughts. And again, as to the grouping and partying, I find if I go out, and I'm going to use Ravenswood, Deep Ravenswood as the example. If I go out with a party, I don't come back with 1/4 of what I would come back with if I went out solo for an hour. I can bring back more resources solo than I can bring in a party any day. Because, again, you got to compete with your party members. You've got to, deal with the respawn rate. And it's just not as productive half the time, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. Anyway, moving right
Wait.
along.
I've seen you hunt where you're the guy skinning everything. And just collecting resources while everybody else is killing.
There are parties out there where people are not interested in doing that, and we party up and they kill, I skin. But again, that becomes a detriment to the person skinning, because a lot of the times your party is more than 40 yards ahead of you, so you're getting worth of experience except for the crafting experience, and that's why you do it.
I mean,
if you're playing
that actually becomes an actual game mechanic issue. What constitutes distance in the game? And we know that it's actually kind of screwed up, because on Thursday we're going to have an awesome demonstration of messed up math.
Yes.
As far as distances.
And measurements.
Fuzzy math.
Very, very fuzzy.
Alternative math.
Alternative math.
Alternative
math. That's right.
Alternative math is what we're going to be talking about. Yes.
But
call it Novian Core.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun one. That's all we're gonna say. If you really want an interesting show, folks, tune in on Thursday. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
We're gonna have an awesome concert.
That's right. We're throwing a free concert for everybody, and the location will be announced Thursday morning.
Yeah. Dev Plus.
And everybody is invited. But meanwhile, we've got to start moving right along here, because time is starting to run short.
Yep. See, I told you this conversation, this topic would kill the time.
That's why I wanted to get a couple small topics in, Smalls, but you don't seem to.
You're killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me, man.
Always killing me.
I love you, man. I love you.
A certain pop-up is killing me.
Yeah, well,
Little pop-ups killing me, Smalls.
Pay the ferryman.
So don't forget.
Pay the ferryman.
Okay, don't forget, community calendar is brought to us by NBNN.info. You can also find it on the NBNN app on your Android phone, your tablet, your iPhone, or your Kindle. Just go to the appropriately named store and do a search for NBNN or Shroud of the Avatar, and you should be able to find the NBNN app,
a search,
which includes a link to the calendar.
The app stores for Shroud of the Avatar, our app pops right up.
Yeah, so community calendar is an aggregate of all the available public calendars that Laz found, a collection of... Sorry. See, what Laz did is he took, I found this public calendar related to Shroud of the Avatar, then he added it to the list. Then he did that again, and then 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 again. And then we found up with the NBNN calendar, which has almost everything. And if your calendar is not there and you want it added, what you need to do is email news@nbnn.info and say, hey, please add my calendar to
Did you all
to
set
the
up
community calendar. And if you want to share those intimate pics, you can always email nudes at nbnn.info.
That's fantastic.
That email may not exist right now, but it will shortly.
It will tomorrow. It's going to
and
forward
it will
right,
have
right to Led
picture
Zepp, so
all
be careful.
Right to Led Zepp.
Hey.
Make sure to send your nudes to Led Zepp. That's right.
To Led Zepp.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, well,
Today
how do you feel about
problem.
full frontal male nudity? What is that?
Oh, man, you wouldn't do that, would you? You wouldn't do that, would you?
Yes, he would. Yeah. Obviously, Led Zepp has not experienced top off yet. 8-inch cocks.
Yeah, I tell you.
Stretchy.
Okay, so all times on the community calendar are Central Standard Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as New Britannia time. There are no more VIP tickets for SodaCon Austin in October.
Zip, zero,
so
zilch, nix, nine, nada. Ain't no more.
All gone. But if you know that you're not going to be able to attend SodaCon in October in Austin, but you want the cloak that's associated with participating in that, you can make a donation on sodaconaustin.org until supplies are exhausted. Early bird tickets are still ongoing for the next 3 days. I have to go find my calendar.
April's here. That's right.
4 days.
4 more
4 days. 4 days. Don't forget today at noon, 3, 6, 9, and 12. Around the clock, there are 2 idiots interpreting the news, so you don't have to. On a show called Lunch with Laz and Jack.
Idiots.
On WRFB.
Idiots.
Yes. Today at 2, you can always join Sean Silverfoot and talk about any of the PAX Lair towns, including Dragon's Watch, Tentakill, Lockbriar, Island of Wonders, Nowhere, Sea Nymph Grotto, or Serenity Isle. If you're interested in becoming a citizen, please message Sean Silverfoot or go hang out with him. At 3 p.m., if you're interested in doing a dungeon crawl, EVL has a Euro-friendly time zone event. Just contact Wintermute Offcoff or go to Owl's Head and hang out on the Overworld map in multiplayer online mode. And you can join them at 7 p.m. The American version is going to start at 7 p.m. on same place, different bat time. Overworld map outside of Owl's Head. Just whispers Vinny for more information. If you're not interested in joining EVL in either one of those times, you can always join the Jade Dragons for their dungeon run of Chilblain's Compendium of Pain and Suffering.
Pain and suffering. Will you put that
Whisper
elemental away, please? It's spamming the living
It's not mine.
daylights out of the sound in the background.
Yes, it is. Whisper Malahari for more information. While you're doing that, you can always tune into WRFB.
WRFB.
For 70s at 7. At 10 p.m. on Avatar's Radio, Amber Rain's taking over the airways for Temper Tantrum T-Days. And the final event of the evening is on WRFB.
WRFB. Radio Free Britain.
And that's the Record Room. And that's our community calendar for this March 28th in Shroud of the Avatar.
Of the Avatar.
Avatar.
Don't be avatar.
Don't be avatar. That's right.
That's correct.
From your friends at WRFB Radio Free Britain.
And don't forget, don't be a dick.
That's right. Follow the cardinal rule when you're hanging out in Shroud of the Avatar. Be bad. Don't be a dick. Again, we want to remind you can come join us 5 days a week here in the studio. You can come join us in Discord. Go to nbnn.info. Use the Discord app right there. Type in your name. It'll whisk you right on into the rooms, and you come in and talk with us. Join us in the shenanigans. And, of course, if you got something to say or something to share, come let us know. We're here 5 days a week, and we are here after hours. So don't be shy. We hang out and have a good time while we're not on the air as well. And, of course, as a reminder, NBNN is a proud sponsor of SodaCon Austin 2017. If you need more info, go to SodaConAustin.org and get all the latest info on what's happening out there. If you need more than that, or you just still have questions, you can contact me. I'll point you in the right direction. Simple as that. Don't take a whole lot more than that, folks. And of course, you can catch us in replays throughout the day here on WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. You can catch the Deco Divas on Wednesday and Thursday nights, Eclipse Maiden on Wednesday at 8, and Nurse Justin on Thursday at 8. Always playing that unmedicated schizophrenia just for you. Wake Up New Britannia on Saturdays, and the newest show, The Swap Shop, coming to the air Saturday evenings. If you want to start your own auction, go to grimeytraders.com and you can start your own auction for some of your Shroud items. It's free to list, it's free to sell, it's free to sign up. You can use a cash auction or a gold auction, and it's free. Did we say it was free? It's free. Our official sponsor is the Arkansas Markham Farms for your wholesale cotton reagents, vegetables, ale, and much, much more. Located at Dawn's Keep, just south of Central Brittany, on the overworld map, and if you need them in a rush, you can find them on Shroud Marketplace as well. Our friends over at our home guild want you to come on down the Market Road and check out all the wares that the vendors have down there. Straight up prices across the board. You're not going to haggle. All the vendors have the same prices, so that when you need crafting materials, you can get it at rock solid prices. Located in the Quell region, right next to the Exeter mine, for your mining convenience as well. Our good friend Jacob White over at SodaMap.com. SodaMap coming to a screen near you. Yes, that's a spoiler. Ben over at Relics by Rild, relicsbyrild.com, for all your licensed Shrouded Avatar swag. If you need t-shirts, hats, patches, glassware, and bumper stickers, other stickers, all sorts of great swag, go to relicsbyrild.com. Use the promo code NBNN when you check out, and you'll save 10% off all your Shrouded Avatar swag at relicsbyrild.com. And last but not least, our good friends over at Shroud Marketplace, shroudmarketplace.com, for all your virtual vendable needs. Jack, tell the good boys and girls about the marketplace, if you would, please.
Yeah, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. That means that every single vendor is a different player. There are over 40 vendors on Shroud Marketplace. So if you are interested in becoming a vendor and selling your stuff, all you have to do is click on the register button, then click on the vendor registration, and then you can start adding your items up there. And it's anything game related. Just like, you know what, me saying teleports and recall scrolls, I craft them all day long. So you know what, you can buy them from me. Or Arkansas Markham Farms with all of your farming needs. Anything bought or sold game related, from accounts all the way to services, including Crowns of the Obsidian or Game Gold, just like Seder Stinky Sewer Shop with 100 Crowns of the Obsidian for $75, which is $10 cheaper than the add-on store.
That's right. We got to get Wooftum over here
for cheese sign writing.
We got to get some cheesy writing on this slot, man.
Yes,
we really got to hire that guy.
We need to replace or include the sausage and then go ahead and do the cheese sign writing below it with I don't know, NBNN.info.
I love this.
Yes, I love this shit in runic.
And cheesy.
In cheesy runic.
Cheesy runic writing. Ooh, I wonder if we can do that.
Yeah, know what? We're gonna have to find a way.
That's a new thing.
Well, we're gonna put him to the test. We'll see how his cheesy writing skills really are.
Then after that, don't forget other stores like Scrota's Music Service thing, where $5 gets you. Guess he's not here. Scrota.
He's
anything you want. Or Weddings and More by Laz.
That's right. Weddings and More by Laz. Not just weddings, but a whole lot more. If you want to have a bloodletting wedding, you want to have a beachside wedding, you want to have a wedding and you throw your bride off a cliff, you come see me, because we've got it. Jimmy, do we have any special weddings by any chance coming up? Any packages?
We do. We've got a wedding called a Las Vegas Upside Down, and I'd go into it, but it's a little too graphic.
Okay, and a Las Vegas Upside Down wedding.
Yeah. Don't forget that anything can be bought or sold on Shroud Marketplace as long as it does not violate terms of service, because we would hate for people to get banned.
That's right. We don't want to lose you guys.
So have a safe word.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yes. So have a safe word.
Pineapple.
Pineapple. And don't forget, it is time for us to actually talk about the most important people around here, and that's you guys. Thank you for watching out on Twitch, YouTube, or hanging out with us on WRFB.
WRFB, Radio Free Britannia.
Yeah, we couldn't do the show without you guys, and we do it for you, so thank you guys.
Yeah, we
enjoy doing the stuff.
Wouldn't be the same.
It would not be the same at all.
Be the same.
and thank you guys that are hanging out with us in Discord. I mean, y'all make the show.
I'm telling you, I can't believe the crowd we get in here every day, and again, that's why we invite you guys. These are just our friends and a little Shroud family who come hang out with us. Hi, Mom. Mom's always
I'm glad
in here
to be
listening.
back.
And of course,
Hi,
you guys know some of the regular irregulars. I love the stories I'm hearing about out there, that our regulars are actually getting noticed out in public, and people are going, "Hey, I heard you on the Laz and Jack show." So these guys are getting a little recognition out there as well. Anyway, I love this shit. But meanwhile, we got to wrap it up for today while my partner reads his text messages over there.
Don't know what you're talking about.
We're going to wrap it up. We will be back, hopefully, with release notes tomorrow, if I can get Star to post them by noon. And we'll be back tomorrow with more here on NBNN. Until then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Stay tuned for more news, sports, hijinks, shenanigans, and the latest from right here inside Shrouded Avatar. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Yay. I love this show.
We lived through another show.
One more show.
One more show in the camp.
4 more years.
Is it a little premature for that?
I give it one more.
6 months.